Can any of these pruning saws beat the M18 hatchet? Let's get them on the dyno and find out. So I can't show you the heart here on the dyno because after the first few pulls there with the 1.5, we actually failed the motor here inside. So like normal, these are averages here. Again, I could only do the 1.5 here with the heart before it failed. So $sign next to the amp hour there is the battery MSRP. And in the upper right hand corner, you can see the tool model number along with the kit MSRP. Saker. Saker, now this came with 1.5 in the kit. Not the greatest numbers here. CC. CC using the Makita 5 amp hour. CC came with that 2 amp hour in the kit, but you're really seeing a boost here if you went ahead and used the Makita 5 amp hour battery. HyperTough 4 amp hour. Quite a jump here with the HyperTough using that 4 amp hour instead of the 2 amp hour, but still pretty bad numbers here. Stihl 4 amp hour. Good little jump here with the Stihl going from that 2 amp hour to the 4 amp hour. Stihl with that 2.1. Stihl here didn't do the greatest. Yes, this is the 26 and they did just release the 40. Now both the Makitas here, a little bit of an issue because they have soft start. So you'll notice it won't actually spin the dyno over. To overcome Makita's soft start, I created a little soft start on the dyno. Which can be easily disengaged like so. So I got to spool the dyno up first and then we'll let this pruning saw take over from there. 12 volt, 4 amp hour. Key 12 volt. Yeah, a little bit of a gain with the 4 amp hour, but not much here. 18 volt Makita, 5 amp hour. Makita 18 volt, yeah, a little bit of a gain there, going to a 4, 5, or 6 amp hour, but not much here. DeWalt with the 8 amp hour power pack. DeWalt, in all honesty, you just don't want to be running that 2 amp hour. Anything other than that 2 amp hour seems to do pretty decent. And no surprise, the highest performance is going to be with the 1.7, the 5 amp hour power stack, or that new 8 amp hour power pack. Milwaukee with the 8 amp hour forge. Here we go, Milwaukee with the 12 amp hour forge. M18, no surprise here. We got a little bit of a boost using that new 8 amp hour forge and that 12 amp hour forge. So overall, using a kit battery, Milwaukee here is still on top with the M18, followed by Kobalt, and then the DeWalt. Rounding out the bottom, you have that Makita 12 volt, the Stihl, and the HyperTough. So using the best available battery here, max watts, no surprise, the Milwaukee M18 is on top, followed by the Kobalt, the knockoff DeWalt, the real DeWalt, and rounding out the bottom, again here we have the Makita 12 volt, Saker, and Stihl. Torque-wise with the kit battery, pretty much the same story here. Along with using the best available battery. So I'm going to go ahead, we'll do some cut testing. No surprise when we compare this data to the dyno data, pretty close here with again M18 and Kobalt here on top and that Makita 12 volt and HyperTough there on the bottom. And very similar with the best available battery here as well. So yeah, the heart here failed. I'll try to get one coming through warranty. Look for this to be tested again there in part 3. HyperTough, I had big hopes here. Performed pretty poorly. 3H chain, which can be adjusted here without tools. Bucking spikes here are plastic. No oiler. And is made in China. Saker, yeah, not the greatest performance there. Quarter chain. Comes with a little wrench here. And a screwdriver for that adjuster. No oiler, 1.5 amp hour battery, made in China. Next, I'm going to put the Stihl here. Change the chain and adjust the chain here is toolless. Quarter chain, battery indicator. I do like the safety is cycled up or down and on either side. This is the 26. They did just release a 40, which has dual batteries. Hopefully at some point I can pick that up there for part 3. Interesting soft case. Of course, can be hanged. Storage for the charger. Comes with oil there. Battery storage. Saw storage. Actually, to me, it has one of the more comfortable grips. And is made in Germany. Next, the See. It does require tools for chain adjustment and change. It does come with the screwdriver for the adjustment. And I will say I do not like this adjustment here being in this cap. Makes it a little tricky on reinstall. Quarter chain, comes with a spare chain, along with a set of gloves and an oil bottle. Oil fill on top with a little plunger. And what's interesting, it does have a sight window for the oil level here as well. Biggest benefit though is the ability to run Makita batteries. Now this kit did come with 2 cc 2 amp hour batteries. Also comes with this storage case. And no surprise, made in China. Makita 12 volt, toolless adjustment there, 0.325 chain, safety on either side, oiler, comes with a bottle of oil, as well as a sharpening file, no bucking spikes, just a bucking plate, made in China. Pretty much the same thing here with the Makita 18 volt. One thing I didn't point out is this is an Oregon chain and bar, but pretty much identical to 12 volt and is made in China. DeWalt, Oregon chain and bar, has this anti-kick stop here on the end. We have an oiler on this side. Now it does require a tool for adjustment, along with changing the chain as well. And that little flimsy wrench is stored in the case here. 3/8 chain, Stihl telescoping. Toolless tension and chain replacement. Chain is quarter. No oiler, unlike the fixed model, which here has an oiler and bucking spikes versus no bucking spikes. But it will telescope out there, giving you the ability to use this kind of like a mini little pole saw here, giving you a couple extra feet there of reach. So there you have it on part 2 here. My 1, 2, 3 would be third place DeWalt, second place Stihl, and then first place as more of a budget play here, looking at the See. But as you've seen from the data, nothing remotely comes close here to the M18. And then when you tack on the new 8 amp hour Forge battery, it blows the rest out of the water. But at the end of the day, to me, I'd either take the Kobalt. If I want a small one to maneuver around, cut some small branches, gonna be this Stihl here. But for an all-out monster, that's gonna be this M18. That being said, the data sheet will be at the end like normal, along with the sound and dB testing there. The link to part 1 will be below. Look for a part 3 next year with that heart back from warranty, the works, the new Stihl, and the other ones on the market that I haven't tested. Hopefully you found this video useful. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.